Round 23, 2023, the AFL match review. Here are the suspensions and fines that happened in the last week. If you do like these videos, please consider subscribing. Beau McCreary from Collingwood has been suspended for one match for his rough conduct, dangerous tackle on Darcy Wilmot from the Brisbane Lions. This happened in the third quarter and the MRO classed this as careless conduct, medium impact and high contact. For me, this one seems about right, as there does seem to be a second motion where he sort of grabs him and pushes him forward with his arms pinned and his head does hit the ground. Therefore, I think a week is about right. You might think it's soft, but I think that they need to take this out of the game. You don't need to be doing the second action and potentially injuring another player. In the Saturday match, Zach Guthrie bumps Hunter Clark, and it looks like it's in the shoulder. Hunter Clark went off for a HIA for some reason. I'm not entirely sure why. There's been no suspension for this, which thankfully common sense has prevailed here. It looks like it was a legal bump, maybe a little bit late, so a free is appropriate. No suspension, no fine. Good outcome. I'm a little bit disappointed that Papley from the Swans and King from the Crows didn't receive fines for their two individual flops here. These two were going at it all night and both of them were flopping. Got to get this out of the game, because this totally could change the game with a bad call from the umpire, not related to the goal or point post incident. That's totally different. What I'm saying is, if you flop like this and you get a free kick and a set shot at goal, it's totally unfair. I honestly think this should be a fine because I don't like it in the game. This isn't soccer, get rid of it. Tom Atkins from Geelong has been fined $3,000, which can be downgraded to $2,000 with an early plea for kicking Jamie Webster, according to the AFL website. I'll show you this. The MRO class this as careless conduct, medium impact and body contact. He's clearly Jimmy Webster, but for some reason the AFL have it listed as Jamie Webster. Ollie Henry from Geelong has been charged with rough conduct for a dangerous tackle on Liam Stocker in the second quarter. The MRO graded this as careless conduct, low impact and high contact. For this, he's been given a $3,000 sanction, which can be downgraded to $2,000. Quite surprised this wasn't a week actually. It's not too dissimilar from the Beau McCreary and another one we'll see in just a minute. So I'm not sure why this one is a fine and the others are a suspension. What are your thoughts on that? Taylor Duray from the Western Bulldogs has been charged with rough conduct for his dangerous hit on Jamie Cripps in the fourth quarter. The MRO graded this as careless conduct, medium impact and high contact. For this, he'll be sitting out for one match. I think this seems about right to me. He was running past, he looked like he sort of braced himself. It happens so fast it's very hard to see. So I'm not entirely sure if it should be a week or should be a fine. It's a little hard to say, but I guess a week is about right. Zach Butters from Port Adelaide and Hayden Young from Fremantle have both been charged with careless contact with an umpire. This happened in the fourth quarter. It's a $1,500 sanction with an early plea can be downgraded to $1,000. Nothing more to see here. Tom McCartan from the Sydney Swans has been charged with rough conduct for his bump on Shane McAdam in the fourth quarter. The MRO graded this as careless conduct, high impact and high contact. For this, he's been given a 2-match sanction, which the Swans are contesting. It's a little hard to say how the extent of the contact, I guess. Also, I wasn't fully attentive to this game. I had other things on, but I'm not entirely sure that Shane McAdam actually came off for a HIA, which the way he sort of bounces down on the ground and his arms flop around, it looks like he's concussed. So if he didn't, then I guess the Adelaide Crows should probably cop a fine the same as Port Adelaide did the other week. What do you think? Mitch Duncan from the Geelong Cats has been charged with rough conduct for his dangerous tackle against Jack Higgins from St Kilda in the first quarter. The MRO graded this as careless conduct, medium impact and high contact. For this, he's been given a 1-match sanction, and I think this looks right, as there definitely looks like there's 2 motions for the tackle, and it's well after the play has been stopped. I think 1 match is about right.
Max King was then able to apply the tackle and create the holding the ball, and we just see this tackle here, just that slinging motion. 11 with the Eagles.
Elliot Yeo from the West Coast Eagles has been charged with rough conduct, dangerous tackle against Jack McRae from the Western Bulldogs in the third quarter. The MRO graded this as careless conduct, medium impact and high contact. For this, he will be missing out for 1 match. And this is the one that I was talking about, which I don't think is too dissimilar from Beau McCreary. He got a match for it, but then Ollie Henry didn't get a match for this. He got a $3,000 sanction. So can you tell me what the difference is? To me, they look pretty similar, so I'm not sure why 2 get a suspension and the other doesn't when they're all tackled and landed on their head. Can you explain that one to me? Anyway, that's it for this week. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. I'm doing the suspensions first, and I'll hopefully be getting the oddities video out tomorrow. If you like these videos, please do like, subscribe, leave a comment of your thoughts on all the suspensions and fines that's happened this week. Let me know, and I'll see you next time.